Anthropic just released the AI model they said was too dangerous for the public, and it migrated 50 million lines of code in a single day. Claude Fable 5 launched today as the most powerful generally available AI model ever, and I analyzed 25 sources in the hours since launch. Official documentation, benchmark databases, tech press from CNBC to TechCrunch, and real developer testimonials, to break down exactly what it can do, what's locked behind the safety wall, and whether it's worth the price. Official documentation, benchmark databases, tech press from CNBC to TechCrunch, and real developer testimonials, to break down exactly what it can do, what's locked behind the safety wall, and whether it's worth the price. No sponsors, no affiliate links, just compiled research from every credible source. Here's the thing that makes this launch unprecedented in AI history. Claude Fable 5 and Claude Mythos 5 are the exact same underlying model. Same weights, same architecture, same capabilities. The difference is purely in what's allowed to come out the other side. Mythos class is a brand new tier in Anthropic's hierarchy. It sits above Opus. That means Opus is no longer the top of the lineup. Fable 5 is the public version with safety classifiers active. Mythos 5 is the unrestricted version, locked exclusively to vetted partners in Project Glasswing. The specs are impressive: a 1 million token context window, up to 128,000 tokens of output, adaptive thinking that's always on, though you'll never see the raw chain of thought, only a summarized version. Think of it like a supercar sold to the public with a speed limiter, while only professional race teams get the unrestricted version. And the naming feels intentional. Here's my interpretation. A mythos is a sacred narrative that explains how the world came to be. A fable is a story designed to teach a moral lesson. The public gets the moral lesson version. Anthropic hasn't explicitly said this is the reason for the names, but the branding fits the safety split too perfectly to be coincidence. This is where the real innovation lives. Anthropic built new safety classifiers that monitor for high-risk queries in 4 domains: cybersecurity, biology, chemistry, and model distillation. But here's what's genuinely novel about their approach. When those classifiers trigger, the model doesn't refuse your request. It doesn't give you a generic "I can't help with that" message. Instead, it silently hands your query off to Claude Opus 4.8, which is still a highly capable model, and gives you an answer from there. You're informed whenever a fallback occurs, so there's full transparency. According to Anthropic's early data, 95% or more of sessions involve zero fallback. Most users will never notice the safety system is even there. Over 1,000 hours of external bug bounty testing and dedicated red teaming from outside organizations produced no universal jailbreaks. No critical bypasses found. But here's the trade-off that's generating controversy. There's a mandatory 30-day data retention policy on all traffic, even for enterprise customers who previously had zero retention agreements. Anthropic says this data is used exclusively for safety monitoring, not for training. But if you're in a highly regulated industry, that's a conversation you'll need to have with your compliance team. This fallback approach is a brand new paradigm for the industry. Instead of blocking users and frustrating them with refusals, you downgrade gracefully. You still get a useful answer, just from a slightly less powerful model. That's genuinely clever. I cross-referenced Anthropic's claimed benchmarks against independent testing from BenchLM and weights and biases to verify these numbers. A quick but important note on attribution. Anthropic and independent sources report these scores under the combined label Mythos 5/Fable 5 because they are the same model. Since coding and reasoning benchmarks don't fall into the restricted safety categories where fallback occurs, Fable 5 achieves these scores in practice. You're getting the full capability on these tasks. On SWE-Bench Pro, the gold standard for real-world coding evaluation, the model scores 80.3% versus GPT 5.5 at 58.6%. That's a massive 22-point lead. On Frontier Code Diamond, which measures complex agentic code quality, it hits 29.3% versus GPT 5.5 at just 5.7%, over 5 times better. On Humanity's Last Exam Without Tools, arguably the hardest test ever designed for AI, Fable scores 59% versus GPT 5.5 at 41.4%. The bench LM aggregate score puts Fable at 96 versus GPT 5.5 at 90. The pattern is clear. The harder and longer the task, the bigger Fable's lead becomes. This model is built for endurance, not sprints. It's optimized for long-running autonomous operations. Think days-long coding projects, complex multi-step research, tasks that require sustained reasoning over massive contexts. But there's an important caveat. On cybersecurity benchmarks like Exploit Bench, Fable 5 scores much closer to Opus 4.8 because the safety classifiers are deliberately limiting those capabilities. The unrestricted Mythos 5 scores 78% on Exploit Bench, but you and I don't get that version. Stripe completed a migration of a 50 million-line Ruby codebase in a single day. That's work estimated at 2 or more months for a full engineering team. 1 day. Let that sink in. Cursor, Replit, Figma, and Hex all report Fable 5 is a clear step forward on agentic coding and long-horizon analytical tasks. And Rakuten highlights something fascinating. At the highest effort setting, Fable reflects on and validates its own work. It checks itself. That's what enables truly autonomous, multi-step operations without human babysitting. Let's talk money. API pricing is $10 per million input tokens and $50 per million output tokens. That's exactly double the cost of Opus 4.8 at $5 and $25 respectively. You're paying a premium for Mythos-class capability. But here's the window you need to know about. Fable 5 is available right now at no extra cost on Pro, Max, Team, and Enterprise plans through June 22nd. After June 23rd, it requires usage credits, and Anthropic says they'll restore standard subscription access when capacity allows. So if you want to test it on your hardest problems, do it now while it's free. Roughly 200 organizations total in Project Glasswing, starting with about 50 initial partners including AWS, Apple, Google, Microsoft, Cisco, and JP Morgan Chase, then expanding by another 150 across critical infrastructure sectors. Get access to the unrestricted Mythos 5 for cyber defense and infrastructure vulnerability testing. Anthropic is approaching a $900 billion private market valuation with an IPO imminent. This is their show of force to public markets, and this could set the template for the entire industry going forward. Instead of blanket restrictions or blanket access, you get capability tiers with safety gates. The question now is whether OpenAI and Google will follow this split product approach. Claude Fable 5 is genuinely the most capable AI model available to the public today. The benchmarks back it up across coding, reasoning, and long-horizon tasks, and real companies are reporting transformative results, not incremental improvements. The safety architecture is arguably the bigger story here. Fallback instead of refusal is a smarter paradigm that respects users while managing risk. I expect other labs to copy this approach within months. If this breakdown helped you understand what Fable 5 actually is and whether it matters for your work, subscribe for more deep dive AI analysis powered by real research, not hype, not hot takes. Drop a comment telling us what you plan to test Fable 5 on during the free window. We'll cover the community's results and real-world experiences in a follow-up video. And hit the bell so you don't miss our coverage when the free access window closes on June 23rd, and we see how pricing and capacity actually shake out in practice.